Okay. All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at David, Baruch Hashem. Another beautiful rainy day here in Eretz Yisrael. Baruch Hashem. We're all davening for rain, and Hashem answers our tefillas, and we thank our Kadosh Baruch Hu. Okay, and we're learning in Likutey Halachos. We're in Hilchos Birchas Hamazon, and it's so beautiful how it's working out that we're also preparing for Chanukah. So our lessons are coinciding with Chanukah. It's unbelievable, Baruch Hashem. And then I looked today, Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, the halacha we're going to learn today coincides with the parsha of the week. It's amazing, mamash. Such a present from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Wow. All right, so let's see. So we're learning Hilchos Birchas Hamazon, Halacha Gimel, and today we're up to Yud Gimel. Okay, so Zeh Bechinas Chanukah Lashon Chinuch. Okay, this is an idea. Chanukah is a lashon of chinuch. So chinuch means training, teaching, but it also means to renew. It also means to renew. The Marsha in Shabbos, Masechta Shabbos Chaf Aleph Amid Beis, he says over there that they renewed the Beis Hamikdash, and therefore it was called Chanukah. However, Rabbi Yishmael in Perik the Rabbi Yishmael, he says like this in Avodah Zarah. He says like this: the Bnei Chashmonaim, they had a situation. The Mizbeach was Mizbeach Adama, and the Yevonim came into the Beis Hamikdash. They set up a big idol in there, and they would be makriv the pigs. Yes. So the Mizbeach was defiled. So they actually made a new Mizbeach. They made a new Mizbeach. That new Mizbeach, that's why they made the Chanukah's HaMizbeach, because they had a brand new Mizbeach, because the other Mizbeach was defiled. How do you like that? Okay, did you know that?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's why he came to class today.
Yeah.
See that?
So they rededicated the Mizbeach, not the...
No, they would say Chanukah's HaMizbeach.
Yeah.
That's what we say, Mizmah Shir Chanukah's HaBayis, David, right? We talked about the Mizbeach, and it's okay. Ki Ikar HaChinuch shel kol ha'odam ba'avodas Hashem hu ha'yedei bechinas hanal b'mamar, as we were talking about based on lesson 32, where you have the tzaddik, the person teaching, you have two other students listening, paying attention, and they speak it over between themselves, right? And the aspect of three, right? The aspect of three. And that's where, again, we're in Hilchos Birchas Hamazon, and then we're talking about why we have a mezumin, and this is the only place that we have such a concept of a mezumin. There's no other concept of that in Yiddishkeit. Why did Chazal institute this idea when three people sit down to eat bread? Oh, there's a new concept here, mezumin, and we can all say Shimun Rabbaisai, right? Whatever we're going to say, Rabbaisai, whatever we're going to say, we're going to get together. And then we said that really every time we sit at a table, somebody is supposed to give over a Dvar Torah. Right? Someone's supposed to give out the Dvar Torah. So they're supposed to, and if there's two other people there, so then they can then listen to the Dvar Torah, they can discuss it between themselves. If one, and what's the advantage of having two? Because if one forgot, the other one can remind him, right? If it's only one person, he forgets, it's gone. But if there's two people, they can talk it over and so on. And that's
I can only think about 3 Dayanim.
3 Dayanim, right?
Yeah. I mean, the other place where we find 3 people.
Okay. But that's the 3 Dayanim, right? But here we have any three people. It's interesting, right? Is that because then you're going to go say, okay, fine, okay, good, okay. Hainu ayedei or hanekuda, through the nekuda, again, that nekuda which we said is the tzaddik, nekuda is the Torah, nekuda is the or of the light of the menorah, is the Torah, and so on. Okay, the hainu shemekabel meor hanekuda shel tzaddik, which is kailo. The tzaddik is kailo all nishmas Yisrael. V'achar kach mekabel kol echad Like we say in the Volatziyah, right? We accept one from another. And then the person can then discuss it between himself and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's how the Nakuda, which we said is in the heart. Right? The whole point is to take the heart away from the Ahavas Nefulos. Right? We have the heart has it gets pulled by all the worldly things to all desires of the world, and we're trying to get the heart to be cleansed, and we want the heart again to become part of the havas of kedusha. Okay, so again, it needs the light of the nekuda. Va'idei mekasher es halev laHashem yisbarach u'nizbatlin kol hacherpas v'hashviros, and then you can fix the broken heart and all of the embarrassment of the heart, of all the things that the person had got himself involved in. So you can settle the whole embarrassment by bringing the person towards Hashem, and he recognizes the importance. Like we said, when the person goes to a tzaddik, or let's say it's a time of Yom Kippur, so you're standing at when you're coming to Nila in Yom Kippur, right? All of those other things that seemed important all year long, you say, wait, what was I doing? You have a moment of truth, right? A moment of truth, the reality, you feel something. It's different. What happened to all of that silliness? It just went away. Right? It's amazing, right? Right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's just you come to that thing. It was the same way when we came to the Beis Hamikdash. You saw the reverence of the Beis Hamikdash, right? You saw that, right? And that's why the Yevanim, what they tried to do is they tried to make the Beis Hamikdash into something that was more in line with their ideals, right? That's why they brought the Avodah Zarah there. They brought pigs there. They did what they want. They wanted to take that away from us. They wanted to take us away from this and to entice us with all the worldly things, right? They wanted us to entice us with their gymnasiums, right? Go to the gym. It's very important to go to the gym, right? It was the Greek idea, right? And then today everyone says it's very, very important to go to the gym, right? Sababa, right? You have to go. You got to go to the gym, right? You got to spend time at the gym. I don't know. No, I don't see any tzaddikim. I don't see any gedolim ever going to gyms. They don't go to the gym. You ever see a gadol go to the gym?
I never saw him.
Oh, yeah, okay, because they don't. Because they don't. They don't. Rav Moshe Feinstein Zatzal, Rav Yaakov Kamenetsky, Rav Scheinberg, all these guys, they never went to and they lived long lives. They lived long lives. They lived long lives. The whole idea of being fit and all of that is a Greek idea, the concept. It's about the body, right? It's all about the body. That's what it was all about. So
there's something about, right, we got to talk about this.
What?
We got to talk a little bit more about it, because it's a mitzvah to be...
Oh, Shmatim, it's not just Seichem, fine, okay.
Right.
They actually have a big quote on the wall from the Rambam.
Okay.
When you walk into Savada, and he says how.
I was never there.
Yeah.
Well,
No. But now I'm giving you.
Good. It's okay. Good. I like it. Good.
Excuse, you can say no.
Good.
The Torah, I'm telling you the piece of basically how working the body, it will also help you, work your soul and ultimately serve Hashem better.
Okay, so Rav Kook.
Yeah.
Rav Kook said it was very important in order to have exercise. Rav Kook said that.
Right.
Rav Kook said that. So that's why they instituted in the schools that the boys would play sports.
Mm-hmm.
So play sports, right?
Or Tai Chi. You don't have to go to the gym to do Tai Chi.
Oh, Tai Chi or whatever that is. Okay.
Whatever that is.
Kol hacherpas v'ashriras, the hainu ahavas rois, against all the ahavas rois. That's the whole idea of Chanukah, to take us away from that. That's why when you see the light, that's why you have the mitzvah of the Chanukah candles, to look at the light. Again, you look at the light, you look at the Or HaNekuda, you see that light, you see the Or HaGonas, and it brings us back to realize, hey, what's really important in life? What am I supposed to be spending my time on? Yes.
A lot of people put them outside where they can't even see them.
No, that's the mitzvah persume nisa. That's the mitzvah.
But how do you do both?
What?
But I mean, if they put it outside, that means they can't be looking at it. And if we keep it inside,
Well, you could look at it. You put it on your window. You could look at it. Why can't you look at it?
No, some people put it.
Okay.
So maybe if you put it in the window, you could do both because you can look at it.
Have
You
to.
could look at it, and then other people can see it. And okay, we'll discuss that another day. The point is, you look at your candles. To look at the candles. It's a mitzvah for at least 30 minutes to sit and look at the candles. The Kedushas Levi, we said we used to look at the candles for 7 hours. Could you imagine that? 7 hours he would gaze at the candles. It's amazing.
There are big
It's
candles.
What? No, they weren't. They weren't. No. No. That's not the point. The point is he was connecting to the Or HaGonas. Hakadosh Baruch Hu, when he created the world, he saw that the light was too great. It was too great for the Rishoyim, so he hid it away for the tzaddikim. Right? We know that, right? Right? It was Gonas, the light for the tzaddikim. That's why it's called the Or HaGonas. Right? Right. So that light is revealed in the Chanukah candles. Okay. To go away from being mundane to the side of kedusha. Nimsa she'ika hachinuch lichnois ela kedusha hu ayidei hanekuda. In order to get to the nekuda again, the Chashmonaim they made a new mizbeach. That's why it was called the Chanukah Hamizbeach, because they made a new mizbeach, and the Hainu al yidei his boididus. The main way to do this is, and it's a beautiful time to have his this when you're looking at the candles, right? When you're looking at the Or HaGonas, you're mamish connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're connected to the light. What a great time for his does to speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So that's how you can illuminate the nekuda of the heart. Again, we're trying to get at the heart. We're trying to connect the heart to the brain, to the mind. You have all the thoughts in the mind, and I'm trying to get it into the heart, because the heart will affect the person to go in a good way. Okay, any questions on that? Does anyone have any arguments? Anyone disagree with that?
No, actually, whenever you say that, I'm still thinking about there's a part of the heart that has the not good stuff in it, right?
Right, that's the left side of the heart.
Left side.
Right. That's why we say Slach Lana Avinu Ki Chatana. We bang the left side.
Oh.
That's where the Yetzer Hara is, right? Right. That's why we do that. Okay. But we're trying to mend the heart to get, because we said the heart has a cherpa, has an embarrassment, because again the feelings of the heart has feelings, the heart has hearing, right? The heart can and the heart causes different things. And then the same way, when someone does something, sometimes they feel embarrassed that they did what they did. Right? So the heart feels embarrassed that it caused the person to do that thing.
Not the mind, the heart?
It's the heart, the feelings.
Really?
The feelings are in the heart. The feelings are in the heart. Yeah. Okay? Now let's go to Yud Dalet. V'zeh bechinas ner Chanukah ki al yedei haner Chanukah hu bechinas ora nekuda. Like we established that the ner Chanukah, the light of the Chanukah, the candle is the nekuda. Again, we can renew. It's a time of renewing. Chanukah is a time of renewing. If a person can renew his davening, he can renew his connection to learning, his connection to Avodas Hashem. It's an amazing time. And Chanukah is a special gift from Hashem. It's the last the yontif that the Chazal instituted for us, and this was the yontif that was supposed to carry us through this long gullus, and it has been, and it will continue. Hopefully, the gullus will end, but Chanukah is very, very important because it gives us that koyach of his chadshus. We can start again, chinuch, start all over again. Okay. The ner goes up with the gematria of 3 yechudim. Okay, ayin sham. Hainu. That's based on the Eitz Chaim. Hainu bechina shloisha nekudos, the three ideas. Again, the whole point of been bringing this is, again, there's 3 points. The 3 points is that you have the person teaching, you have this that's 1 point. You have mindain lindain, the 2 people speaking it over. That's point 2, and point 3 is speaking to the Rabbeinu Shloimeh. Okay, that's the 3 points. Is that
3 points? You itself between friends and to God.
I'm Hashem? Yes.
But those also may go and teach someone else who create another point. Like if I
You start that again, right? Because then that's what we said. The whole thing. Then you're teaching to 2 people, and you produce the same thing happens again. Zebechinas tzaddik shayoda ikar hayichud, through the tzaddik, and again the person in the group is called the tzaddik with the 3. He'll be the tzaddik because bi'amech kulam tzaddikim, right? And there's an aspect of every Jew is a tzaddik. So the person that's most qualified in the group will be the one that will teach. The other 2 will learn, and that's how the system goes on. Okay. V'zeh bechinas shloisha yichudim. Mechinas nekudas al yoda madlikin ner Chanukah. Through that, you can light them the ner Chanukah. And the whole idea is to think about, okay, there are rules on lighting the Chanukah candles, right? So let's just take a minute to discuss that, okay? When you light the Chanukah candle, people don't realize, they take the candle, they light it, there's a long wick, let's say you have a long wick, and they light the end of the wick, and then they take their candle off. They take the shamas away. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to hold the shamas on the candle until it's actually lit by itself. By it lights. In other words, you're supposed to cause it to light. It's not supposed to light by itself. So if you have a long wick and you lit the top of the wick, but now it's burning the wick, it's not burning the oil. Do you follow?
Follow.
So you're saying you should wait till the light.
You have to
touches
wait till
oil.
the wick goes down, and now it's drawing from the oil, and that's called lighting the candle. That's called lighting the
I'll
candle.
probably light the Chanukah for the first time this year.
Okay. No. Okay, that's the right way to light the candle. There are rules on how, and the ladies, when they light their Shabbos candles, it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing.
Really?
Yeah, that's why when it comes to Shabbos candles, sometimes what I do is, and it's a minute to do that. Some people do that. I set up the candles for my wife, and I pre-light the candles. You ever do that? Yeah, I pre-light the candles and I put them out.
Right.
What?
You blow them out.
No, I don't blow them. I put them out. You never blow out a candle.
How do you put them out?
I wait, fan it.
Okay.
Fan it. You don't blow out a
You don't
candle.
blow it out, right.
Because the candle again is in the neshama.
Right.
So you don't blow out the neshama. You.
Okay, fine. So now
But that's the whole idea of a
Yeah,
birthday
yeah.
cake. Now blow out the candle. That's a whole Goyish thing. Oh wait now. So why do I? No, wait a second. So why do you do that? Again. So then when your wife is going to light it, you already burnt down the rest of the wick. Now there's just a little bit left, and it lights very easy for her. You understand?
That's the reason you're doing it, to make it easier.
No, you're doing it also because I'm part of the mitzvah.
So you're only lighting it for 30 seconds, for a minute.
Not even a minute,
Yeah.
10 seconds.
So when she's lighting it,
Then she just goes
Where?
over and it lights right away.
you're not there.
I'm generally not there. I already
Yeah.
went to shul.
Unusual.
And when do you look at and when you come
When
home?
they come on by Kiddush.
Uh-huh.
Kiddush, you're supposed to look at the candles.
Yeah.
Okay? We're just discussing side things. Okay, good.
But on the other side, like when I set up.
Does anyone here set up the candles for their wives on Friday?
Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah,
when
you
I
do?
set
Okay,
up,
okay.
You light it too?
I put the wick in first, and then I pour the oil over the wick.
Yes.
So it's like oil already on the wick. Yeah.
You pour oil over the. Okay.
That makes it light even more. That gives it an extra burn.
Yeah.
No, so he's saying so you're saying is as soon as you light the wick, you already lit the oil because you already put oil on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's cute.
What?
What?
The candle like Thursday night, so it has to be a whole day.
Right, it sucks in.
Right. But it's also hadlaka awesome. You're supposed to light it. It's not supposed to light by itself.
Right.
You're supposed to cause it to light. That's how you light the candle.
All right.
When the kohen in the base of ministry light, he would hold the thing on the
I did the
thing
same
till it
thing
would
with
light.
with the Chanukah candles. Like pour oil over the wick so it lights easier.
Okay,
So
but then you just hold it there for a minute, for a second. That's all.
problem.
It takes another 10 seconds. It's okay. Part of the mitzvah. Vayoda madlikin ner Chanukah. Then through that you light the ner Chanukah ki ayidei shemekablen mikol hashalosh nikudais al yedei zeh meirin and meirin halev laHashem yisbarach shezeh bechinas ner Chanukah. The whole point is we're trying to light our hearts on fire with Hashem. That's what we're really trying to do. So the more hachana we do, the more we put into the mitzvah, is the more we'll be able to connect ourselves to mitzvah Hashem to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, so we're trying to okay. That is a beautiful thing. It's mamish so awesome how we're learning this here. I can't thank Hashem enough. How we're mamish just learning in Hilchas Birchas Hamazon. Chanukah is Sunday night, right? Okay, and here watch this now. Now Tezvah. Rabbi Seinu Zuchan L'Rocha in Shabbos. Ner Chanukah Ishu Beisai. Ishu Beisai. What does that mean? Man in his house. One candle in the house. Gemara says, what do you do for Chanukah? You take one candle, light it, Ishu Beisai. Now, Umahadrin Ner L'chol Echad. And Mahadrin is everybody takes one candle. Isn't that interesting? Mahadrin, mina mahadrin, maisif v'hailech. Oh, mahadrin is you'll start with one, and then you'll maisif v'hailech. You do the second night 2, the third night 3, the fourth night 4, and so on and so forth. But did you realize that? That's what Shulchan Aruch. This is what it says in Shulchan Aruch. Ishu beisai, ner ishu beisai. So it means one candle. You're accomplishing the mitzvah.
In each night.
Each night. That's accomplishing the mitzvah. Mahadra mina mahadra is ma'aseh v'hailech.
At the end, it happened to be the halacha.
That's mahadra mina mahadra.
But now, these days, you have to like.
We're all doing it. That we accepted mahadra mina mahadra. It was accepted amongst Klai, so we do mahadra mina mahadra.
Okay. So now we have to do mehadrin min hamina.
If you have the opportunity, absolutely.
But if you only have one thing.
You can light one candle. You make the mitzvah.
Oh, really?
You accomplish the mitzvah 100%.
Oh, wow.
If you have a situation, someone's in a situation, he has let's say one tea light. That's all he has. He has nothing else. He comes to a place, he has only one tea, he can't find any other. He can light the tea light. I recommend he has the lights on so that he doesn't have to worry about being mishtamish with the you can't use the light, right? You can't use the light. Kodesh shape, right? It's kedusha. You're not allowed to use those lights.
But if we're looking at the light, isn't that a way of using it?
No. You're not reading by the light.
Right.
You're looking at it. See, it's very, very interesting. Chanukah candles is so different than anything else. The whole idea of Shabbos candles is to bring shalom bayis, right? To give you light. The Shabbos candles, the whole idea is to give light into the house because that brings shalom bayis, right? Which is not the case with Chanukah candles. Chanukah candles, kulam kedoshim, they're all holy. You're not allowed to ein lanu rishus l'shtamish b'hem. We're not allowed to use them. Elo l'rotam bilvad. Only we're allowed to look at them.
Look at them.
Which is not the case with Shabbos candles. Shabbos candles, let's say your lights went out and the Shabbos candles are burning. Great. That's how it was. That's how people used to have it. The Shabbos candles brought light into the house. Chazal tell us the light brings shalom bayis. Right? We know that, right? Okay, so Shabbos candles is different than Chanukah. They're in a different realm. Ki kol ish ubeisai, because each person in his house, hu bechinas nekuda kleilolis, he is then Again, he is the nekuda kalelis. He is the aspect of tzaddik in his house. Each person, right? That's why by Sfardim they'll only light one menorah. Right? By Ashkenaz, minhag Ashkenaz is everyone lights a menorah in the house, right? So what you do, Yossi?
We like, I don't know, everyone seems to kind of like their own, but we do have one bigger one. You know, just keep the kids involved. We try to.
So no one else, only you light?
No, everyone has a menorah.
Everyone has a
Yeah,
menorah,
right.
and you have a bigger one.
Yeah.
Because you're the Yara Klotli, right.
I'm the
No, that's what we said over here. Ki kol ish ubeisei hu bechinas nekuda kalalis. That's why you have a bigger menorah.
And the wife.
Ki hu roish
not
bayis,
has.
because you're the head of the house,
Yeah.
right? You're the head of the household, right?
That's not what my wife says.
She's wrong.
Are you able to add more oil in the candles while they're burning?
No, there's no reason
I
to.
don't know. Well, I mean, if I want to keep looking at it, what do you? I mean, no reason.
Well, you get a bigger cup. Start with a bigger cup.
I'm saying even if I go past, let's say half hour, whatever the minimum. If I want to just.
If you any of those glass cups you buy today,
Yeah.
right? Any of them that you're going to fill will last at least for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Any of them.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Some of them will last 3 hours. Okay, you get a bigger
But the
cup.
point
I have
is,
a bigger cup. I
once
buy a
it's-
bigger
Once
cup.
it's started, you can't mess with
No, you don't mess with it. No,
No, after half an hour you can mess with it.
you can, but for what? For
it. I'm
why?
sitting there. I want to have more enjoyment. I like the candles.
Oh, okay, you want to keep light. Oh, okay, I never heard anyone doing that, but okay, you want to do that? Okay. He who writes bias, umayshel aleim, and he's controlling. He runs the house. Mayshel aleim. How you like that? You see that, Yossi?
Yep.
Mayshel aleim. V'chulam, v'cholul mikulam, and he's all inclusive of everybody there. In other words, the head of the house is responsible for the household. Everyone looks up to the head of the house. Hu bechinas nekuda kaleles negdam, against everyone else. Okay, so he is the head of the household, and everyone looks to him. Ki kemai shebechlal hatzadik ador hu nekuda kaleles. The same when we said that Tzaddik Ador is the main point, and his neshama is connected to all Nishmas Yisrael. So too in a person's house, all the neshamas of the people in the house are connected to his neshama. You understand the concept? Kain befratius ye sorei alofim v'sorei meyas. Right, when it came to Yisrael. And Yisrael said that he saw Moshe Rabbeinu was judging all of the cases amongst the Jewish people, and he said, "Well, this is not a good system. You're going to get burnt out. The people are going to get the people aren't going to be able to put up with this because it was taking too long." So Yisrael instituted this idea that there'd be sorry alofim, sorry meyas. You would have different sections of thousands, of hundreds, tens, and so on and so forth. V'chein kol ish shoyre bebeisai, right? Shoyre bebeisai. Also, by when it came to Megillah, right? When it came to Megillah, kol ish shoyre bebeisai. Everybody is running his house, right? The same idea. V'chol echad hu bechinas nekuda kleles neged anoshim shetachtav. And each time, the same way we said, when 3 people sit down to eat, this one guy is going to be a little bit better maybe than the other 2. Or in that instance, maybe he's just a little bit better, whatever. So we'll call him the klal, and then the other 2 will work together with him, and that's how you get the 3 points. Okay, ki yesh ilan va'anofim, because you have a tree, and then you have the branches va'anofim la'anofim. Right, and then you have more branches, and it branches out and branches out. And that's how it's in a family, right? You have the tree, and then you have the branches, and then you have the leaves and the fruits, and so on. So move on. Kol zeh b'divrei Rabbeinu Zechron Livracha in lesson 69. V'zeh ner Chanukah ishu beisay zeh bechinas nekuda kaleles v'oz meirin memela. Kol shar nekudais, and then all the other shar nekudais in the house will be illuminated based on the ner haklolis, right? All the other ones will get lit up based on the ner haklolis. The same way we have the shamas, and it lights up all of the candles. Okay. Umahadrin ner l'chol echad. And mahadrin is that everyone has their own candle, but we don't do that. Zeh bechinas ha'oras ha'nekuda shel kol echad ve'echad. In other words, if nothing's showing you, why is the halacha this way? Why does the Gemara bring it down that the Gemara says first it's ner ishu beisai, then it says each one should light their own, and then mahadrin and mahadrin is you go meisiv v'hailech. Why is that? So he's telling you it's very simple based on the lesson that we're doing now. There's the nekuda kaileles. That's the main nekuda. That's the one candle. Oh, once you have the one candle, now everyone else can do mahadrin, and everyone can light a candle. Mahadrin mina mahadrin is moisif v'hailech. That's everyone getting together. The same idea. See how nice Rav Nosson put this together. It's such a beautiful idea. Taking the basic the lashon of the Gemara in Shabbos Chav Beis Amid Beis, how the Gemara brings down the idea. Everyone understand this? It makes sense? No? Do you have a question?
Again.
Go, let's go. Okay, yes,
Sure.
please.
So
please.
the Gemara says that one Hanukkah candle, ner l'chol
Ner
echad.
ishu beisai.
So what does that mean? One candle meaning?
One ner ishu
Exactly.
ner is one candle, right? It doesn't say nerot.
Yeah.
Ner is one, right?
There's one. So where is there? What's the one candle? What one candle is?
I explained to you. I explained to you. If you want to just do the mitzvah
Yeah.
without
Just like
mahadrin, mina mahadrin, so you don't need a Chanukah, you don't need a menorah, you don't need
a
anything.
shamash.
You don't need anything.
You need one candle.
One candle, and you can make the bracha, you can make the shechiyanu, you can make the bracha every night, no problem on one candle.
Yeah. By the way, people that are traveling, or whatever reason,
They could do that.
Yeah. All right. So
They
the
don't need
Gemara
to
is
know.
quoting this opinion. It's not mahadrin, but you're saying even that one candle, which actually sounds pretty holy, is like
Pretty good, right? One
Yeah,
candle.
yeah. But they're talking about this shita that most people don't seem to do.
No one does it because again, that's the bare minimum. Then
Yeah, but this-
mahadrin
but
is
this-
each one lights one.
But the most mahadrin adds an extra.
Meisif v'hailech,
Right.
like we do it.
Right.
And then in Minhag Ashkenaz, everyone lights their own idea. Meisif v'hailech. That's mahadrin mina mahadrin.
Right. So this idea though he translates into that one candle is really the tzaddik,
That's the nekuda kaileles.
but we always add more, and so that adding more is
That's
now
the other
me,
people.
and
That's
you know,
that's your
others.
family. The other
But
people.
we're connecting to that.
We're connecting
One.
to the other two. The one is connecting to the other two. Like
Right,
in benching.
Right. The one is connected like in benching. The three, meaning the one, the tzaddik,
Yes.
is connecting to the people.
To the other people,
other
exactly. The example that we gave was, Yassi, you weren't here the other day. Avram Avinu, when he went to the arcade, they took along with him his Na'ara.
Right.
He took along two lads with him, right? There were four people traveling all together, right? It was Yishmael, Eliezer, Avram Avinu, and Yitzchak Avinu. Right, and so when he went, he was going again. The tzaddik was going with two other people plus Yitzchak, but he didn't know if he was going to be going back with Yitzchak.
Right.
The tzaddik always has to travel with two. That's why he took along Eliezer and Yishmael, two students. Got it?
Got it.
Okay.
And they also left with three. They left with Hamar.
They left with Chamia. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. We got it now. You understand? You got it? Okay. Very good. Okay. Mahadrim and Mahadrim chol echad zeh bechinas hanekuda shel kol echad ve'echad daynu nekuda sheyesh b'chol echad miyisrael sheyesh la koyach lahoyer or leiv lechaveiroi. Everyone has the opportunity to help their friend, right? By again discussing the teaching. We said that the most important thing is that a person internalizes their learning. Right? If you learn something, and then you discuss it, you review it in your mind, and then you speak it out, then you can internalize what you learned. And then if you internalize it, you can then benefit by it. But if a person just learns something and doesn't internalize it, it just goes in one ear, goes out the other ear. Right? Makes sense, right?
I wonder how like I practice all my life this Chanukah candles and Shabbat candles,
Yeah.
and I don't feel the spirituality. Like I want to feel it, but I don't. Like that's why I'm from the beginning. I'm desperate, like, and I'm cynical a little.
So you have to learn Torah. We have this concept of the begodim tzayim. We have these impure spiritual garments, and the impure spiritual garments cause us to blind us, so we don't see the beauty in the mitzvah. If we learn Torah, we can clean the spiritual garments, and then we can see the beauty of the mitzvah.
Wow, just study Torah.
Study Torah. V'yisay b'yoyim v'layla. Okay? Okay. V'hamahadrin min hamahadrin meisif v'haylech. The idea of mahadrin is meisif v'haylech. Zeh bechinas hanekudish kol echad echad shemeir minei uvei. That's the idea that each person can discuss it over with himself and with his baididas to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ayrei meisif v'haylech umeir b'chol yoyim b'yoyser ayidei shemeir nekudasai tamid. Oh, and that's why you add every day. Because now you internalize the first day. Now I'm ready to take the second day. And then I can take that in, I can internalize the second day, and now I'm ready to go to the third day. And so on and so forth. You understand? Okay. Until you come to Zayis Chanukah, the 8th day, בבחינת שמינס ימי חנוכה שהם שלימוס אור הנקודה שהוא בחינת צדיק שהוא בחינת יום השמיני, which is the יום השמיני, בחינת מילה שניתנה לשמיני. Mila was given on the 8th day, שהוא בחינת צדיק בחינת אור הנקודה. Now look, there's many questions were asked on the Beis Yosef. Why is Chanukah 8 days? If we had oil for 1 day, should have been 7 days. When there's literally probably thousands and thousands of answers on this question. Okay, but the most basic answer, and I think is really the best answer, is the idea was the Chashmonayim tried to take away from us 3 things, right? Tried to take away 3 things. What were the 3 things? Shabbos, Mila, and Chodesh. Right? Shabbos, Mila, and Chodesh. Right?
Yevonim.
What?
Yevonim.
The Yevonim, right, the Yevonim.
No Chashmonayim.
Oh, the Yevonim, I'm sorry. The Chashmonim were against the Yevonim, right, I'm sorry. Okay, I said, I'm sorry. I stand
Chodesh,
corrected.
why Chodesh? Like, Chodesh is...
Oh, because they didn't want Chodesh, because if you know when the Rosh Chodesh is, then you know when the holidays are. If you don't have Rosh Chodesh, you don't know when Sukkot is, you don't know when Shavuot is, you don't know when Yom Kippur is, you don't know when Rosh Hashanah is, right?
Like 7th of October, to say this date is exactly the same. To use something anonymically, to say there's no Jewish calendar, there's no Shabbat, there's no Simchat Torah.
Yeah, okay. I whatever. That's what they. Okay.
In the 60s and the 70s, when before the Jews got out of Russia,
Yeah.
so people would go there and they bring dollars to them, whatever. But one of the most valuable things they could bring them was a Jewish calendar.
Yeah.
The calendar is
Jewish
very
calendar is
important,
so
right? So they know when the holidays are.
Use the Jewish calendar.
Right. So look, and I did something very interesting. We say Chanukah Sameach, right? Chanukah Sameach. Very important to say Chanukah Sameach. You know why? Because in Sameach you have the 3 gezeros: Shabbos, Chodesh, and Bris, Mila.
Shabbat.
Sameach. Shabbos, Chodesh, Mila. Okay? Shabbos. Do you ever realize that, Yossi?
Wow.
You did? Great.
Wow.
Great. Okay, so now we.
But what I understand is the 1 equals the tzaddik, and we're all lighting after that to get that's 3, and he's joining with the rest of it. So the tzaddik really is 1. Now 8 is the tzaddik. And
8 is when we all become the tzaddikim also, because we're connected kedushas habriz. Yeah, we have the tzaddik. We become a tzaddik then too, because you're doing ma'aseh v'haylech.
Okay.
In other words,
He
each
became a
person,
tzaddik.
because you're the head of your house,
Right.
and now you're
So
coming
at
to
this point
the
now at 8, I'm already now.
You're ready.
So to speak, one with the tzaddik.
right. You're one with the
This
tzaddik,
is a
and you
classic
clean.
Rav Nassan, like
Right,
Torah.
and you cleaned up your heart,
Yeah.
and now you're mamash one with Hakadosh Baruch Hu to keep you going.
This is a classic Breslov Torah on like Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel.
Yeah,
Like, meaning
Beis Hillel says we're Meisif v'Hailech, and
Meaning
Beis
we
Shammai
start as tzaddikim.
said Pesach v'Hailech.
We're working our way up towards being tzaddikim.
Right.
Beis Shammai says, hey, you.
Well, we
kinda-
learned about that. We learned we learned that concept from Rav Nassan, right? What was the shita of Beis Shammai? Beis Shammai shita is we'll start out with the full power.
Yeah.
Why? We want to knock everybody out. Whoever's not worthy to be in the fold, we'll just shine a tremendous light at them.
Right.
Whoever can withstand the light, they can stay with us. Beis Hillel says, no. We want to get more people in. We want more people in. Right? The difference of the Beis Medrash of Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Beis Hillel had a big Beis Medrash because it was gradually, and then he would always be able to get more people in. That was the difference of machlokes between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Right? That was the mindset between the two, between the two great luminaries. Right? All right. Do we have any questions on this, or we're okay with this? Are we okay with this?
Yeah, I think so far that's pretty.
Okay, so I think we'll stop over here on this, and then I want to learn this piece in Likutey in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, which is going to tie into the parsha. That's pretty amazing. Come on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Here we're learning this, and now today we're up to the halacha that's going to tie into the parsha.
Time this great.
I timed it, yeah. Yossi, I promise you, if I tried to time it, I never could have done this. Never. It never would have worked.
Yeah.
Did we finish 3?
Huh?
Did we finish 3?
No, we didn't finish 3. We're up to 4 exactly. We'll finish it in Mitzvah Hashem tomorrow. Okay?
Yeah.
Today we're up to Yud Zayin. We're in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. We're in Chav Tes, which is 29, and we're learning the Midah Sheyargul Bahem Ha'odam Es Atzmai, how we should conduct our lives. Okay? So here we go. Today we're up to Yud Zayin 17. Osul Adam Levayesh Es Chaveroi Bein Dibor Ubein B'Maisa. A person can't embarrass his friend, anyone, based on words or actions. You can't do that. You can't embarrass people. We don't do that. B'chol shechein berabim, and certainly you never would want to embarrass your friend in public. B'amar b'seinu zal, Chazal say, right, Bava Metzia Nun Tesa Amid Aleph, Hamal bin Pnei Chaverei berabim. If someone embarrasses his friend in public, Ein lo chelik le'olam haba, he doesn't have a place in the world to come. That's pretty severe, right? So we don't want to ever do that. You don't want to do something, even though it may be funny, and you may make the person look very good by doing that. But we try to stay away from that. And how do we now watch this? Noyach leila adam lahapil es atzmai letoich kivsha na'esh ba'al yal bin pinei chaverei berabim. You're better off throwing yourself into a burning fire rather than embarrassing your friend.
Oh, this is, wow.
Shenemar, okay, in Bereshis Lamed Ches, this week's Parsha Vayeshev. There we go. He mutzeis v'hi sholcha es chamia lema leish asher eila lo yanoichi hara. So what happened? Let's go over the story. Okay, Yehuda, after he came up with this idea that we're not going to kill Yosef. We'd rather sell him to the Ishmaelim, right? We'd rather sell him to the Ishmaelim. It's interesting. Yaakov Avinu made Yosef a coat. He called it the Ketonet Pasim. This is very interesting. In the coat itself, the pay is for Paitifar that he had to go through, right? The Samach is for the Schaira. that the Ishmaelim were selling. He had to go amongst with the schora, the merchandise. The Yud is the Ishmaelim, and the Mem is the Midyanim. The Torah says he was sold multiple times till he went down to Mitzrayim. Okay, now, when the brothers realized that they took Yehuda's advice, and they sold Yosef, they got angry at him and they sent him away. They exiled him. So Yehuda went out, he left them. So now Yosef is in Mitzrayim, Yehuda left. It says that Yehuda went out and he got married and he had 3 children, right? He had Er, She'ela, and what was the third one? Anan.
Onan and Sheleimah.
Sheleimah. He had three children, right? Er was the oldest one, and he found a wife. He found a wife which was Tamar for Er.
Yeah.
Torah says that Er didn't want her to get pregnant because she was such a beautiful lady, and he didn't want her to get pregnant because he would spill seed. Okay. Torah says that Hashem wasn't pleased with him. He died. Okay, then Yehuda said, okay, so now if that's the case, now you have to do Yibum.
Yeah. Make a child.
Make Yibum. There we go. Yochim Shem on his brother. He did the same thing.
Well, but it was different. He said, why should I make a kid? It's not even going to be mine.
I understand.
He did the same thing, you're right.
He did the same thing. He spilled seed too. Onan did the same thing.
It wasn't because she was...
Wait a second. He also winds up dying. Hashem gets angry at him also.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be Yochim Shem for his brother. Whatever, he dies. Okay. Now the Sheleimah was a young boy. He couldn't do Yibum. Okay. So meanwhile, Tamar went back to live with her family, and she was in the state of mourning because she lost the two. Okay, then she came up with this idea that she wanted to really be in the family of Yaakov Avinu. She really wanted to be in the family.
Yehuda did promise, hey.
Wait. So what she did was she decided she will disguise herself as a harlot in the crossroad. Wait a second, in the crossroad. Yehuda was passing by. Yehuda looks away. He doesn't want to look at her. The Malach makes him look at her. It's amazing. It was Mamish Min HaShemayim.
I know the feeling.
What?
I know the feeling.
Yeah, man, makes me
I've had that malach.
The Malach made him. The Malach made it. Wait a
I
second.
know him well.
The Malach made him look. Okay, and then he winds up. Wait a second. He's talking to Tom. He doesn't know who it is. He doesn't know who this lady is.
She was always covered.
Covered, exactly. Yeah, because she was always at Chanukah. Exactly. And she was covered now too.
This happens to be the place that Abraham used to have a tent at the crossroads.
Yeah.
So you knew
that was a crossroad. I said a crossroad.
Right.
Okay. So what happens? She says to him, okay, so what are you going to pay me? She said, I'll give you a goat, but I don't have a goat with me. So what will you give me? So I'll give you my stick. I'll give you my what do you call it? My signet ring, the ring, right? The stamp, and the claw. Right. Okay. So she says, okay, fine. They're together. Okay. She becomes pregnant. He goes back. He winds up sending his friend. Yehuda winds up sending his friend to pay her the goat. But he gets back to the crossroad. They say there's no one ever such a thing here. I don't know what you're talking about. And then they forget about it. Yep. And 3 months later, Yehuda gets a message that Tamar, his daughter-in-law, is pregnant. Oh, she's the Bas Kohen. She has to be sent out to be burned. She has to be burned. She has to be burned because she was mizanish. She had znus. She couldn't do it. It wasn't okay. So they're taking her out to be burned. So she takes out the cloak, she takes out the signet ring, and she says, well, whoever this belongs to is the one that impregnated me. But she would not say Yehuda. She wouldn't say, hey, it was you. Right. What would anyone do today? Oh, you did. It was you.
Me too.
You did. You want to burn me? You get burned.
They'd write a book.
Right? They write a book, right? No, the story is truly. The story is truly.
Was Moscow.
No. And she knew. Wait a second. And she knew she was pregnant with 2 children, right? That was going to bring Mashiach. She knew that, but she was willing to be thrown into the fire and not to embarrass Yehuda. So Chazal learn out from that. This is amazing, Yossi.
Yeah.
Chazal learn out from that. It's better to be thrown into the fire, but don't embarrass your friend. It's a fascinating thing. She didn't say it specifically, but she said it in a remes. And then she hinted it to him. If he knows, great. I will not say it. How do you like that? Don't embarrass anybody. You understand? There's a beautiful example. This is truly amazing how we're up to this halacha and today's Thursday of the parsha of Vayeshev. Okay, bein katan and bein gadol. Whether he's a katan or a gadol doesn't make a difference. You don't embarrass children or gedolim. V'lo yikra oisai b'shem shehu baish. Don't call him by a name. You know, people have these nicknames, right? And they make up these names that they'll call somebody. They'll call somebody when he doesn't like it. If there's a name that the person doesn't mind, of course, that's okay. But sometimes they'll make up these funny names to someone, they'll call him, then it embarrasses him. Don't say anything that will embarrass him, of course. Again, if you have to give, like we said yesterday, if the person did you wrong, you have to rebuke him. You shouldn't have the chait. That's talking about something between man and his friend. If he's doing something wrong, when he's doing an aveira not bein adam l'chaveira, but bein adam l'mokim, between Hashem. He's violating a Torah law. Machlim in oisei berabim. Then you could embarrass him in berabim. But I would recommend, before you do that, tell the person, if you don't stop doing this, and you don't stop doing this, I'm going to have to bring this up in public. Don't just bring it up in public. If you can avoid embarrassing the person, avoid it. Tell the person, at least warn the person. Then you can embarrass him, and then you could do these things until he comes to do good. Amazing. This is really an amazing halacha, right? The mamish, an amazing halacha. Where if the person's mamish violating something, you can embarrass him, berabim, until he does it good. But again, I plead with you, please warn the person first. Don't just do that. What?
The footnote also says you can't do it unless you think it's going to have a positive effect on him.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think it's just going to make him crazier and mad and more upset, you can't do it. So,
and that's the reason why. That's the reason why we don't do these things today.
yeah, you can't do it. Really, you can't do it.
No. Okay, but this is the halacha.
Yeah.
The halacha is if you think you can, if you believe it can.
You're so good at giving rebuke.
If you feel that if I do this, it can help him, and or maybe even if I warn him that I'm going to bring it out to the public, and he's going to, okay, so I'll stop. So then that'll be good also, right? That's why I keep saying, David, tell the guy first. Warn the guy first.
I think, Rabbi, it's also for the public because it's not only between you and him. Because if someone doing public something against Torah, so it affects everyone's, and for
of
example,
course,
because it happens all the time. People. People. It happens all the time.
Kamaisha also call on Nevi'im. Kamaisha also call on Nevi'im. The Yisrael, all the Nevi'im would rebuke. That's what they did. Ve'im by mishum aynas devarim. And it's not because of Anas Shenemar, Loi Soinu Ish Es Amisoi, Upeshua Besedusal, Amisoi. That's your friend that's following the Torah. Am she'itcha b'Torah mitzvah she'ziru Torah al anasa. You can't pain somebody that's like you. In other words, if you follow the Torah, he follows the Torah, you can't pain him. But it's not talking about somebody that's not following the Torah and he doesn't do tshuva. But first, you're always supposed to do it b'seiser, and you do it in a soft tone, like we learned yesterday. Don't just embarrass the person. Chas v'shalom. We want to try, like we learned from Tamar, how she was willing to give up 3 lives. Her life in the life of her 2 unborn children, not to embarrass Yehuda. It's a fascinating concept. I thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for putting this, really our learning right here today with the Parsha of the week. It's mamish something amazing. Thank you everyone for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and we should all be dry. Stay dry and kol tov.